welcome back to Belmont Bunch. Today, the Islanders have a 3-game winning streak that went over a large period of time, since there weren't a lot of games, broken, and the Washington Capitals get back on their winning ways. And I don't know, it was a rough one. I was there today. I just showered and got back and then showered. Very important distinction. It was a very, 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 very sloppy afternoon game from the Islanders. Not as much from the Capitals. They, looked a lot more in control. The Islanders seemingly struggling in every facet of the game, including just carrying the puck. There were a couple times where, Barzal just loses the handle. A lot of the defensemen, bad passes, D to D, that led to extended zone time for the Capitals. The defenders didn't look comfortable with each other today. Honestly, the only pairing that looked half decent in terms of playing the puck between themselves was Mayfield and Pelech. And it was just a really, really, really sloppy, terrible game from the Islanders. And the Capitals played a little bit of an Islander game where they got ahead and they knew the other team just didn't have it in them, and they just kind of dumped and chased until the game, ended, basically. So the Capitals, good on them. They played more engaged than the Islanders did. Their passing was a lot more crisp. They did it mostly without TJ Oshie, who left the game fairly early. And the Islanders were just terrible. Couldn't get out of their own way today. It started with, inside of the first 4 minutes, a really, really, really egregious case of just not being able to get, or just not getting out of your own way. 3 Islanders, coalesce around 1 Capital, and the puck just kicks back out, and Tom Wilson has the middle of the circles and all day to shoot. And so Varley, not much you can do there. He just rips it home, and it's 1-0 pretty early. And then from there, the Capitals, it wasn't like they sat back. They still got 36 shots on net, but they were able to play a pretty comfortable game after that. And the Islanders not making it difficult for the Capitals at all, really. The only one making it difficult for the Capitals was Semyon Varlamov, who played a really, really good game. Gives up 1 goal. It's not his fault. It was a very difficult attempt to stop. And the Islanders just giving away too many chances. There were a couple times where Varley was really good to seal off the post, and that saved us from being down by more. This should have been worse for the Islanders. The Capitals didn't have their killer instinct going in terms of just finishing. The rest of their game looked pretty good, the Caps. Vanecek, not really tested too much, but just very calm, not making a meal of any rebounds or anything. And some great shot blocking at the very end of the game from the Caps. And I will go back to the Bailey incident, but yeah, I had to give the Caps their due, because they're the only team worth talking about, for more than half a second. It really. So anyway, for the Islanders side of this, in the second period, first period was just bad. Second period started off terribly, just in terms of a lot of icings, a lot of miscommunications, it looked like, on a couple of the icings too, where the defender maybe holds onto it a little bit too long, and so the guy along the boards that usually would tip it in starts to look up and be like, all right, I guess he's not playing it to me, I'll go somewhere else. And then they play it back behind them, and now we got an icing, and everybody just one step behind, just no cohesion. And Zdeno Chara still getting too much ice time, not making, catastrophic errors today, but just generally just can't keep up with the game anymore. Really doesn't look that way. And it's a tough assignment for Noah Dobson, who rang one off the post in the first period, and in one of the only 2 chances the Islanders really generated today. And then right after that, the Islanders took a penalty. So it was with that kind of day. The penalty kill for the Islanders looked pretty good. The power play was really bad, and that was disappointing because they've been playing pretty well on the power play. 5 straight games with a goal. And as I said in the last video, I think, even when they weren't scoring, I thought the power play looked dangerous. Today it was horrible. And, that's going to happen when you're having a day where you can't pass to each other and nobody's able to stick handle without losing the handle. So the second goal, Ovi just gets to walk in a backhander after a bunch of really good block shots. The Bailey incident, we'll get to that. Second period, late second, a cross-ice pass. Josh Bailey has I paused it and I tweeted it. And obviously a still picture doesn't tell the whole thing, but look at the video. I quote tweeted it. He's got a lot of room up high. Vanasek does a good job of getting over as quickly as he can to seal off the bottom. There's a lot of room open up high, and even if he one times it, there's a lot of room down low to the near side. So he holds on to it. Vanasek is able to get back in position, tries to lay a pass across, and the Washington defender has laid out and stopped it. That was the chance. Dobson obviously had his chance. At least he got a shot off. But the Islanders' best two chances today, and neither go as shots on goal on the shot board. And the Islanders very, very, very mightily struggled to get to 20 shots today before they pulled the goalie. So just a really bad game. To take one positive out, very good to see Varlamov play the way he did, to get both goalies going. But I wonder, today, I don't think any, Wahlstrom or Bellows did anything to get tossed out of the lineup. I thought Parise, even when he's not scoring, which is all of the time, he skates really hard and he's hustling. I don't know, Palmieri maybe comes in and Bailey comes out. I'd be okay with that. Bailey playing one good game the other day is not enough for him to stay in the lineup for me, but Palmieri wasn't great either. So maybe it's just alternating them until one of them catches. But that's what I've got today. Let me know what you think. Not a lot of positives to take out, but we'll see you next time on Belmont Bunch. As always, look in the link in the description for Spotify and Apple, podcast link for the audio version of this in case you don't want to see me freshly showered and that was creepy. So that's it. Goodbye.